true crime podcast where best friends and next-door neighbors, Willow and Lillian, spill the tea on murder, mysteries, and other things that go bump in the night. So get your favorite teacup ready, and let's get into it. Welcome to Cruel Tea Podcast. This is Lillian, and with me is Merris.
Hello.
I was waiting for him to say hello.
I thought you were going to say more stuff.
No, because it's Merris Monday, and it's off to a great start.
Awkward start.
So, yeah, a lot has been going on in the UFO world, and if you're not in the UFO world, you wouldn't know about it because it's all crazy pants and ridiculous.
Boy, howdy.
Boy, howdy. Indeed.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're going to keep you up to speed.
All right. Are we going to do like a recap or something? Or?
A little bit.
Okay.
But I wanted to this will be mainly about the alien attacks in Peru.
I'm sure you probably heard about it, and it probably sounds dumb, and you're probably right.
No, I'm sure no one's heard about it. Outside of Peru and like UFO Reddit, nobody's talking about this.
And the other one is MH370, the missing...
We covered that.
Right. Well, that's... They keep...
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Leave that alone.
Okay.
You're going too far.
All right.
Yeah, so this Merris Monday, we're going to talk about reports from the indigenous folks in Peru who claim they're being attacked by creatures not from this world. They hover, are over 7 feet tall, are in armor, and are bulletproof. Oh, and the locals call them pecaleras, the face peelers. So that sounds fun.
Ooh.
The government... This is so... I don't want to say this because this is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Mm-hmm. But the government of Peru has said the attacks are done by illegal miners wearing jetpacks. In the Amazon, jetpacks.
That makes sense.
So just let that sink in.
That's the official story.
Yes, as I tell you all about it. So all of this is happening right now in the Merris province in Peru, in a remote village that has a population of about 2,000 people. It is extremely isolated and dangerous. It is deep, deep in the Amazon forest. It is rife with drug cartels and human traffickers, and we all hear about the human traffickers all the time, and the illegal miners. Yes, there are illegal miners, but there's what's called river miners. They're not mining the mountains. They're mining in the rivers.
Like panning for gold?
Yes, they're panning.
Okay, so nobody's in a tunnel with like a little miner's hat and a pickaxe.
No, they're trying to get gold out of the rivers. And the thing that's important to remember is Peru has tons of gold.
Right. So, but I mean, they're pan mining, right? Like they take a...
Yeah, typically.
There's not a time you would need a jetpack for such activities.
We're going to get into the jetpack discussion here in a little bit. Mm-hmm. So there are a bunch of tributaries to the Amazon River, and a lot of them go all the way up to Ecuador and Colombia. And so that's why you see all the drug cartels and drug runners in the middle of nowhere. And if you're going to be conducting illegal drug business, like the smuggling of cocaine paste, then you're going to want to do it in the jungle where no one can see you.
Yeah, I mean, out in the middle of nowhere here, we're the meth. I mean, like the middle of nowhere is good for drugs.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's Jesus. So, yeah. I want to preface this by saying that these people, these indigenous folks, have been attacked by drug cartels and human traffickers and illegal miners before.
So they're familiar with these assholes.
That's the entire point I'm trying to make. They are real familiar with them. In fact, there is a village that's close to this one where they wear the traditional grass skirts and they use the poison dart frogs to make their poison darts. And once the cartel came in and was trying to kidnap their women pretty much and terrorize them, so these indigenous folks hunted each and every one of them down and killed them all.
Okay, so they're badass.
They're badasses.
Right.
They know how to navigate in the jungle. That's another point I'd like to make. Okay? So when you're in the jungle, it isn't like the woods. This is like deep vegetation, vines, insects that want to eat your face.
I've seen Naked and Afraid.
I'm just going to bring that up. Like, if you are not familiar with how dense the Amazon forest is, I encourage you to go watch an episode on it, Naked and Afraid.
I love that show.
What's your PSR, Merris?
I'm in the negatives.
Oh, shit. Your PSR would be your primitive survival rating.
Yeah.
And I like to ask complete strangers what their PSR is.
Right. My favorite thing on that show is the women always have like 1.5 points lower no matter what than the dudes. Always. Never fails.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. It doesn't matter if the women win. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if the woman beats the man and the man has to go home because he's crying about his testicles or something.
Yeah.
Or that he has too much diarrhea from eating a snail.
Yeah.
But the women are always like, well, I'll just tough it out. And they're like, her PSR went up by no points because we hate women.
0.5 point. She won the game.
My PSR is 0. Please do not put me in the woods nude.
Yeah.
I don't want to be naked and afraid. I want to be clothed and at peace.
I can't survive like an hour without a sandwich, so I know that I'm doomed.
Yeah, if I don't have like a snacky and a drinky, I get grumpy.
I need a little juice box.
Yeah, I need some juice, like a little cheese and crackers. Yeah. It's weird as you get older, your food goes back to toddler food.
Yeah, my PSR lowers.
That's true. So one interesting thing to note is that there are tons of UFO reports and strange creatures, tales of little people, and just high strangeness in general in this area. And what do I mean by high strangeness? If you are new to the world of weird shit on a podcast, high strangeness was a term developed by, wasn't it developed by Art Bell?
I thought it was Linda Moulton Howe.
Or Linda Moulton Howe. Anyway, she's a UFO researcher. She's particularly known for her work with cattle mutilations in the 70s and 80s.
LMH, Linda Moulton Howe.
Yeah, I like her. She's like a weird grandma.
She's so, if you want to rabbit hole into the woo, just look at Linda Moulton Howe videos
and
on
her
YouTube.
Cats.
And her cats.
Yeah.
It's a woo old lady talking about woo stuff, but she got famous, I think you said cattle mutilation.
And I will tell you, A Strange Harvest is the name of that documentary. I do encourage you to watch it. It's all kinds of fucked up, and I think that work she did was totally legit. Yeah. However, Linda, bless her, is so gullible. If I called her up and be like, Linda, I am an alien, she would not only believe me, she'd fly out to my house and be all up my butt.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I should do that.
Anyway.
Yeah. So this all seems to have started about a month and a half ago with the attempted abduction of a 15-year-old girl from the village. And this is the Ikitu tribe. She was able to fight off the creature, and I will share the pictures on Patreon of her her injuries. Mm-hmm. Her neck was cut. She had a lot of bruises.
Wow.
She was sitting and eating some fruit on the outskirts of the village when she saw some strange figures in the jungle, walking around. And this is not an everyday occurrence. Nobody just takes a stroll in the fucking rainforest.
Right. I mean, I wonder if there's Amazon Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it's just interesting. And so she's watching, and all of a sudden it just flies out of the fucking woods and attacks her.
Ah.
It had on a frightening metal mask, which looked like an alien gray face, which she tried to peel off of its face. So she was the face peeler this time. Yeah, she was not fucking around. She was also struck by a beam of light that incapacitated her completely and made her pass out.
Dang.
As she was losing consciousness, though, she was able to scream, and this scream alerted the villagers who came to rescue her.
Wow.
So the villagers feared it was human traffickers, and they don't fucking play with that shit, so the men armed themselves and went into the jungle to kill these guys.
With guns, yeah.
With guns. Now, they had birdshot.
Okay.
So
I don't know shit about guns.
Well, birdshot is fine pellets.
Okay.
But it would hurt and or kill you. Yeah. Except it wasn't human traffickers. The villagers described them, and these are in their words, as extraterrestrial beings armored in silver bodysuits. And the villagers thought it looked like the Green Goblin without the green, like the kind of armor he was
Goblin,
wearing.
but in silver, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
They said these creatures were over 7 feet tall and had on strange round shoes that were like metal discs that projected a red light which allowed them to float over the terrain. Doesn't sound like a jetpack to me.
Nope, that's scary.
That's scary.
Yeah.
The men shot at these beings at point blank range, but the creatures would just disappear. The bullets would bounce off or pass through them, or they just took off into the air pew,
wow.
Straight up. Now there is video of this of like it's like one of the creatures is on a rooftop or like behind a hut.
They had phones, right?
Yes, but I want to talk about their phones really quick. They have knockoff phones. They are terrible quality videos.
Okay.
This is like it's filmed with a potato. It's
Right.
bad. And everybody who's watched them like will say, I don't see anything. Yes, you can. I can.
I haven't watched a video.
I've watched several. Yeah. In one of the videos, the villagers are just running around and screaming. Like the women and children are all huddled together and the men have guns and they're just screaming that monsters are trying to kill them.
I never watched the videos because no matter what, someone's going to be like, this is fake and stupid. And because I'm dumb, I don't know what to think.
Well, here's what I think. So these just because they're indigenous people doesn't mean they're stupid. And I'm really tired of that shit. They know the forest. And
shit has been going on in South America for a while. Like I think we did cover it. I'm dumb, but I don't remember the mage. I know it's in Brazil.
We haven't covered mage yet, but we're going to.
Yeah, I know like Brazil and Peru are different, but there tons of stuff has been going on in South America in general.
Yeah, but just because it's the global South, why are we going to just say these people are stupid and superstitious? Because that's what I read online, and that I don't believe that. Mm-hmm. They're no more smart or not smart than just anybody else.
Like you said, although they're dumb, not dumb, but like the phones aren't good. They have smartphones. They know what the Green Goblin is.
They have the fucking internet. They know what the Green Goblin is.
And they know if it's like just some randos.
Well, they have experience with illegal minors, drug traffickers, and human traffickers. They know all about these guys. And that's what they expected to find when they went into the woods, but what they saw was not that.
So aliens on like the silver and they're flying around.
But when I looked at the video, that I can see why they thought Green Goblin. It has an insect-like face.
Do you think they're their mantids?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Oh my God.
Those things freak me out.
Yeah.
Look, I'm here on Merris Monday. We believe people when they say stuff, and if they turn out to be liars later, that's on them. It ain't on me.
Well, I had a fun time believing.
You mean a whole village of 2,000 people just lying for no reason? Normally, when they get drug cartel or traffickers, they just beat them up themselves. They don't ask for help. But this was so bad, and the attacks at night were so relentless that they begged the Navy of Peru to help them.
And 2,000 is the size of our town. Imagine all Eureka Springs getting together to fight an alien.
That's exactly what it's like. And so the Navy showed up to do an investigation, and the press was all over this in Peru. And unlike the United States press, it took it really seriously at first. Like there was no X-Files music playing. They didn't show a little green alien face in there. Then the Navy told everyone that they concluded it was river miners with jetpacks. So we're going to discuss that.
Okay. I would like a jetpack for myself.
No, you wouldn't.
Why not?
They don't work real good, Merris. And that's going to be flinging you into the side of something. You're not going to have good luck. It's going to burn you.
Yeah, my PSR is low. So
your PSR is very low. I don't think it's a risk you should take.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So jetpacks today cost the very rudimentary models, which don't work very good, cost about $75,000. And you mean to tell me that people traipsing through the Amazon to do some illegal river panning thought, you know what would make this better? A jetpack.
I mean, they're not wrong.
How are you going to use a jetpack in the forest? Have you seen the tree canopy? Like, you're going to get flung into every branch. You're going to hurt yourself.
So when you're mining and you're like sifting through like the pebbles, if you had a jetpack on, you could sift through it real fast by turning it on.
No, that's just drowning you in the river and flinging you into rocks. Like, they're not stable. They're exceptionally expensive, and they're not good enough to like hover silently. That was something the villagers stressed, is that when they hovered, it made no noise.
Well, and wouldn't the video have sound?
Yeah, but they didn't catch them hovering. They've only got like one cornered behind a house.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so jetpacks also are so loud you could hear them like a mile away. If you're trying,
rocket,
if you're trying to mine illegally, the last thing you want is to draw attention to yourself. So why are you attacking the village? Number one. Number two, why are you using something that's going to alert everyone to your area? Mm-hmm. And the Navy never said, yeah, we scared them off for you guys. They just said, nope, that's who they were, but they're gone now.
Now, I don't know if you looked into this or not, but I did read when I was reading about this that this isn't the first attack, and there's been a bunch of these.
I addressed it at the beginning of this episode.
Okay. But there wasn't a lot of reports.
Usually, are you talking about a bunch of attacks? Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah, but there wasn't reports like the way this one is.
Well, this is all about
the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
The attacks are still ongoing.
Okay.
And they started on July 11th.
Okay. Well, wonder why. Just suddenly.
That's when the girl was attacked, and they said every night after that the village is being menaced, but nobody's really being hurt. It's just these things surround the village, shine beams of light through their windows, that sort of thing.
So this girl was really the only person that...
Yes. It was like they were trying to take her away. And the beams of light, they talk about a lot, paralyzing people when it hits you and burning them. Mm-hmm. So not cool. But jetpacks, that's what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
And jetpacks exist, of course. Do they work well? No. The ones that do work well are prohibitively expensive. They're hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Right.
And I don't think illegal miners in the rainforests of Peru are doing that. You can't even, commercially buy them. You can't.
No, it doesn't make sense. I agree with you. And, drug cartels jetpacking, I mean, I'm sure they got better methods to get
They
through.
didn't say it was the cartel.
No.
They said it was miners.
It's just weird.
I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it. So, something else to note is that right now the United States Air Force is running a special training exercise there, and it is called Resolute Sentinel 23. And I'm going to read about it from the Air Force's website. This training exercise is done by the United States Air Force. And here we go. Resolute Sentinel is a 12th Air Force Southern-led U.S. Southern Command Southcom exercise that was first held in 2021. Resolute Sentinel has evolved out of the long-standing New Horizons and Beyond the Horizons annual joint humanitarian assistance exercises in Latin America or the Caribbean. Resolute Sentinel provides joint training and improved readiness of U.S. and partner nation civil engineers, medical professionals, and support personnel through humanitarian assistance activities. Resolute Sentinel 23 will be held in Peru and integrate combat interoperability and disaster response training in addition to medical exchanges, training and aid and construction projects. Now, listen to all the branches of the military that's included.
Okay.
The Marines, the Coast Guard, the Army, Space Force. Why is Space Force there?
It's everybody.
And 8 other nations, including Uruguay.
Okay.
And England. So that's who's over 1,000 personnel in the area right now. So I think there is a possibility that this is some weird military stuff going on, perhaps, that they witnessed, but I doubt it.
I don't think that even if it was the military, they would be really trying to bother the natives in this way or abducting a little girl.
Yeah. Now, miners have abducted and of course, sexually assaulted women in these villages before. That's a thing. But if she passed out, why didn't they drag her off then? Why did they just leave her?
Right.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's
None of this makes any
Operation
sense.
Kidnap Little Girl. Okay.
Yeah. I think the timing of this exercise is sus as fuck. I think that they heard about the attacks and said, we're going to have a training exercise, but really they want to see what's up.
Yes.
Because the United States Air Force has gone to the global south before when there's been a UFO flap, like in Varhinia, and we have taken away the bodies and the craft.
Well, from the impression I get from the hearings and everything is if there's UFOs, the U.S. is there white on rice.
There with boner in hand.
Yeah. We're and then we'll bully or bargain until we get it.
I don't know. It's just weird. Also, there's been an increase in UFO sightings in the global south since 2021 when we started those training exercises.
Was it chicken or the egg?
We don't know.
I bet it we're there because the aliens is there.
So at the beginning of this, I mentioned a word called pelecaras. Now, what are they? They are legendary creatures in Peruvian lore. They live in the forest, and they peel the face off their victims with surgical precision. Yeah. These are old legends. They are used to discourage children from wandering away from their parents and that sort of things, but is there any truth to it? Well, the villagers were shouting that word in some of the videos.
That is the skin peeler thing?
Yes. In the legends, they abduct people, mutilate them, and that's very much in line with human and cattle mutilation stories we've covered before. Mm-hmm. It's not just the face, although that's part of it. They will also take the genitals, the anus, and the eyes, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's really gross.
It's a good salad.
Now, I do want to point out that drug cartels have cut faces off of people, sewn them onto volleyballs and soccer balls.
Oh, that's real fucking gross.
The fucking cartels are just no joke. They use it to terrorize the villagers.
I'm terrorized and I didn't even see it.
I feel really bad for them. That is so scary. But this is a messy job. Like, it doesn't look clean. It's just kind of gross, you know?
Yeah, it's real messy. Okay.
And that's part of it. So there's a video circulating, which has got the whole pelecaras thing brought back up, of a man being pulled from some water, and it's supposed to have come out of Peru, and he has no face, and the bone, his skull, is just bleached white.
Ew.
Now, people have loved to dismiss this one by saying, hey, clearly it was piranhas. So I took the liberty that you guys don't have to of Googling what it looks like when someone's eaten by piranhas, and it don't look like that.
I've seen it in cartoons.
I've seen it in I've seen it in IRL.
I don't want to see it.
I'm not going to show you, and I'm not going to post the pictures of this. Y'all got Google. If you want to do that to yourselves, fine. Take my advice and don't. It's really gross. But typically the bone is pink, like yellow and pink in places, because they don't really get all of the stripping off.
It's the stain and stuff.
It's stained.
Yeah.
This was completely bleached white, and I will be sharing that video, but I will put a warning on it. I don't want you guys. It's pretty rough.
Do you think it's visual effects? Like, is it real?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
That is very real. And people have blamed it on the cartel and on piranhas. But man, when you see it, you're like, how did they even do that? When I say it is like...
I get you. I've seen a skull.
You get me. So that's part of the whole thing going around right now. And I don't know. I don't know what I think. I'm not quick to jump to it's aliens. But man, it sure sounds like it.
It's weird.
It sounds a lot like what happened in Colares. You know, in the remote fishing villages there.
I don't remember.
Okay, so they were seeing like saucer-shaped craft, and the craft were shining lights on people that were burning them and sucking their blood out of their body.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. So it kind of is along those lines. For some reason, aliens fucking hate the global south.
What is going on, South America? Shout out. Tell us why.
If you are in the global south, especially if you're in Peru, Brazil, any of those countries, and you have any UFO stories, please message me. I know we have listeners in the global south. I look at her. Actually, we're ranking in Ecuador.
Hey, shout out to Ecuador.
Yeah, what up? So any of y'all from the global south want to get in touch with me, even if you're like you have a hard time writing in English, go ahead and write to me in Spanish. I'll translate it best I can.
I know habla.
I'm Quito. I could say manzanas.
Manzanas. Yeah. Shout out to manzanas.
We're trying, though. I'm on the Duolingo again. I'm really trying to learn Spanish. I've always wanted to. So, yeah, but if you're a listener in the global south and you've seen something weird, my email is in the description. Please email me and tell me.
Don't ignore us. We know you're there. We can see you.
I can see you. I know you're listening.
I know where you live. I don't.
And a lot of people have told me they're like scared to email me because they think I'm like famous or something.
No.
Y'all, I cry over my bills. I'm not famous. I live in like nowhere, Arkansas, and I'm a high school dropout. I'm an idiot. I'm an
art college dropout, and I have like one pair of pants. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had like our clothes have been slowly destroyed over time.
Disintegrating.
So we're just like, that's what you're intimidated by? We are literally garbage people. Just
seriously,
please message me.
This is a possum speaking to you. I just learned English.
Yeah,
real
hiss.
Hiss.
Yeah. So please don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. All right. That's what I got. But now I want to do an update on the MH370 Malaysian flight that went missing.
Right.
They haven't found it, so.
I found it. No, I did not.
No, you did not. No, there's been a video circulating, and I shared it on the last Merris Monday that shows like some orbs circling a plane, and then it poofs. Reddit still can't debunk it, and man, have they been doing nothing but trying.
They've been trying to debunk the space boat hole.
But the debunks get debunked.
Yeah. And then the debunk is debunked, and it just keeps going of layers of bunking.
Why does that sound like a dirty word?
I mean, there's bunk beds.
Do you want to get some bunk beds, Merris? We can have like a sleepover.
That'd be cool. Let's do it.
How are we going to bang on a bunk bed? It sounds uncomfortable.
Somebody's hanging their butt down.
Oh my God. Why is this happening? This is the stupidest shit you've ever said.
It sure is.
I'm just going to file for divorce tomorrow.
I know you're not.
Nah, I'm not. Okay, so that's what I got. Next Merris Monday, I don't know what we're going to cover. I have no idea. Just whatever weird crap I dig up on the internet. I kind of want to cover, like, I don't know, maybe 2012. Like, okay. Did we all really die in 2012? Are we in hell? I think so.
It's episode over.
It sure is hot enough to be right up in Satan's gooch.
Yep.
I don't like it. Sweaty. It feels like living in soup.
Sweaty spaghetti.
It's nasty. Like the minute I step outside, I'm just like, ugh.
Why does it feel like Arizona?
Yeah, fuck this. We have the added horror of humidity. It's like 78% humidity today.
It's not gonna be cool till like Saturday.
Saturday? Mm-hmm. That's of next week?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me running. But don't. It's too hot for that. No. You can't be sexy in this kind of heat.
We need bunk beds.
I'm not getting no fucking bunk beds. What's the matter with you?
I'm not.
All right. You know what isn't the matter? Business time.
Business time.
You got on your business socks? Nope, you're barefoot.
No, I've got no socks on at all.
No, you don't like socks.
No, they're foot prisons, and anybody who likes socks can go to hell.
Do you feel the same way about people who wear socks as I feel about people who drink milk?
Milk drinkers?
Milk drinkers freak me out.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's really what you wanted as your beverage when you could have had water, like iced tea or something?
Right.
A latte?
Coffee.
No, you're just drinking cow titty juice. That's so weird to me. Now, look, there's some exceptions. You got a brownie fresh out the oven. You need milk with that.
Right.
You got some fresh chocolate chip cookies.
I don't care about milk drinkers. I just hate socks.
I'm lactose intolerant, so I just don't get it. But anyway, business time. First of all, I would like to say we have a Patreon. And here's what our Patreon can do for you for free. You don't even have to be a patron. You can go look at all of our pictures there, because Facebook gets mad when we post certain pictures and video links. We do them on Patreon. You do not have to be a member, and Willow especially will post an entire documentary's worth of pictures. So
she really loves doing it.
Yeah, and I let her because it's cute and it's fun. So you can go look at those. If you want to become a patron, we have a tier from $1 all the way up. You can have all kinds of cool stuff, benefits and perks, like voting on next month's theme. That's getting ready to happen right now. Mm-hmm. You can also vote on what cases I cover on Patreon. We do 3 to 4 bonus episodes a month. We also do a little segment called And That's the Tea. That's where we do kind of post-episode discussions. And they can be anywhere from like 15 minutes to like over an hour long, just kind of shooting the shit. All sorts of cool stuff going over on Patreon. Join our Discord. That's also free. Mm-hmm. It's a good time in there. People making friends. It's nice.
Friends.
It's fun. And don't be shy or say, I'm old. I'm old too, and I figured it out. And if you're old, you probably have kids. Make your kid figure it out for you.
Right? Boss them around.
Boss, that's what they're there for.
Right.
Do the dishes and help mother get on Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, something else very exciting. I'm having a couple contests this month.
Holy crap.
Well, I'm having one, actually. So that's not a couple. That's one. Okay. If you become a $5 and up patron in the month of August, or if you're already a patron and you bump yourself up a tier, at the end of the month, I am doing a drawing for a huge prize package worth like $200 to $300.
Cool.
It's going to have Merris art in it.
Yeah.
That's you.
That's me.
My art.
Holy cow.
Some soaps, some candles, some prints of Willow's photography, cute little things that we make, some jewelry. A lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
You'll love it. Yeah. I'm also thinking about contests for next month. We just decided to do a little contest every month.
Yeah, that's
Just 'cause it's
12
fun.
contests just for listening to a pod.
To a pod.
To a pod.
Yes. Now, here's the other contest, not contest, but like something I'm going to offer our listeners.
Dang.
Okay?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So, yeah, I don't know if you know this, y'all, but here pretty soon, it's spooky season.
Woo.
Is that the best you got?
Yeah.
Well, you're not our sound effects guy,
No.
thank God.
No.
Jesus. That doesn't sound like a ghost. I don't know what that sounds like.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Okay, spooky season.
Yeah, and every year I do a huge Halloween themed like soap line, right?
Yeah.
And this year I think is maybe my coolest. I've got so many cool designs coming out, and I just want to let y'all know I sell out before I can even get it up on my website. That's what
Hey.
happened last year. I completely sold out in like 10 minutes.
Holy cow.
So I am offering up pre-orders. And what I mean by that is I will put in the description like the fragrances and designs that I have. And if you do a pre-order, it is a gift set. It's up to a $75 value. If you pre-order, I'm going to sell it to you for $45.
Holy cow, that's a great discount.
It comes with a soap, 2 bath bombs, a candle, a perfume, a whipped soap, and a body lotion.
Soap. What is a whipped soap?
I'll tell you what whipped soap is. It has the consistency of like whipped cream or like body butter.
Yeah.
It's really good for like shaving your legs or your face, very moisturizing. It's just fun also.
Yeah.
It's just a fun consistency.
Can't eat it though.
Please don't eat
It's
it.
not whipped in
I mean, it won't
cream.
kill you, but it's not going to taste good. It's going to taste like fucking soap.
Right.
And here's some of the fragrances we're going to have this year. I'm so excited. So kind of imagine warm notes of like sandalwood, amber, cinnamon, nutmeg, and then bright green apple.
I know that this is a visual thing, but we are all smelling it.
Are we?
Yeah.
Wow, Merris.
Yeah,
Calm
yeah.
down. Another fragrance we're going to have is like cucumber and melon. Why? Because it's great. It just smells good on everything. I like it. It reminds me of the 90s from whence I came.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice. What's another one we're doing? Oh, rose and oddwood. It has been like I sell out of this fragrance every time that I do it. It's a very mysterious, sort of deep, feminine fragrance, but it's not too girly because it's like anchored with. It's more sexy than like girly is what I would call it.
We're all inhaling all the tea bags. We're just like, man, that smells great.
And of course, how could we forget pumpkin spice latte?
I cannot forget.
So it's white. It's pumpkin and amber with notes of cinnamon, nutmeg, and then of course coffee.
I know amber's a smell,
hazelnut.
but I'm always just thinking like of a dumb trashy bitch. Sorry to all the
so
ambers
mean.
out there.
Yeah,
I think we got a lot of tea bag. Oh no, I ruined it. They won't listen to this.
They might. They do.
Oh God, I ruined it.
Ignore him. He's
What
horrible.
does an amber even smell like?
I don't know. It smells kind of woodsy, but like a little sweeter.
Nice.
It's kind of a resin kind of smell. It's lovely, and you're a dick.
Yeah.
Send all your hate mail to merrisasterios@gmail.com because I don't want it. Amber is like our nicest fan, too.
I know. I just realized that after I said it, but I'm not. I don't know. Just thinking about growing up.
I did have a friend named Amber growing up, and she was kind of a bitch.
See?
But I don't think she was trashy. She was classy. I think it's a classy bitch name.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I like it. I like the gemstone amber. It's fucking rad. It's
Yeah,
tree sap.
It is pretty.
It's cool. It's
Yeah.
pretty. It's a cool color.
Yeah.
And it's a good smell.
It is a good smell.
I'm done now with you.
Yeah.
I'm still running our sale on star charts and tarot readings, by the way, due to popular demand. Merris only has a couple slots left for the month.
Yeah.
He's got a
I'm
few.
busy.
He has been busy, but he has a couple he can do, so get in on that.
Yeah.
And basically what it is it's a painting of the position of the stars on a special day. This can be a birthday, it can be an anniversary, you get the idea. He kind of does it in an old-timey way, like illustrating the constellations. It's very, very beautiful. It makes a very wonderful personalized gift, and you can see examples of them on his Instagram, and that's in our link tree. Don't be afraid to click it.
Click it.
And you will get a full reading from me with my interpretation of the cards. This is a 3 to 5 page write-up. And I like to think I'm pretty accurate. I have over 20 years experience reading tarot cards, almost 30 at this point. So if you have never had a tarot card reading before, it's kind of like getting a free tarot reading and an 8x10 watercolor painting for $45. And I don't think you can beat that with a stick.
No. I mean, there's not
that includes shipping too.
A huge demand for watercolor paintings, but if you want one, I got you.
There should be. Like, don't hang up art from Target. Like, buy it from an artist.
Yeah.
And then you have an original piece made just for you.
Yeah, special just
And
for
I
you.
think it's pretty cool. But if all you can do to support this podcast is listen, I appreciate you, especially if your name is Amber, and I apologize on behalf of my ridiculous spouse.
I wasn't thinking.
No.
I never do.
No, speaking of bad names, and I talk about this all the time, Amber's not a bad name, but I had a friend in high school named Janet Turdcott.
No.
Janet, if you're listening, honey, I hope you married or changed that.
Yeah, just go with Smith.
Anything. I also was friends with a brother and sister. Her name was Money, and his name was Bill, and their last name was Folds. Pissed me off. It's not their fault, but they named their daughter Money, and that's not nice.
Money folds. I mean, Bill folds makes more sense.
My money don't jingle jangle; it folds. It's not relevant because that's a song. Merris doesn't know it's a song because he doesn't know any pop culture
You're like,
anything.
My money jingle jingle, and I go kringle kringle. I don't know.
Someone please deliver me from this. Anyway, if you guys have any suggestions for what we could cover on Merris Monday, feel free to email me or jump in Discord. We're always looking for weird shit to talk about.
Yeah.
I want to get back to doing the weird cryptids from individual states.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing will beat the Van Meter Visitor.
That's why we had to quit. Was because that
It
one
was
won.
just too good. I was like,
good.
nothing is as good as the Horn White and the Man
In
Legs.
West Virginia, like you got.
It was
all of them.
Iowa.
Well, I know, but West Virginia also has good.
They got
ones.
Mothman.
Yeah,
and the Flatwoods Monster.
The Fartwoods Monster.
Was that in West Virginia?
Yeah.
What's going on in West Virginia? What's going on, y'all?
They don't know.
They might know. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got. I just want to say thank you and hello to all of our new listeners who are now never
Sorry,
listening
Amber.
again. All the listeners named Amber will never listen again.
No.
But yeah, we love you guys, and we're so grateful to have you along for the ride. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Us on your social media platform of choice. Linktree/Cruelty has all the links. Check out our Patreon for exclusive episodes, merch, ad-free episodes, live ghost hunts, and much more. Please be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded weekly. Thank you so much. See you next time. Music and production by Libby.